The sniper is one of the 12 original weapons added with the release of the game on the 1st April of 2023. Back then there was not much of a build variety, so it was a pretty good weapon because the damage build was the only build that you could go with and it had the highest damage in the game. So we are in March 2024, after 4 major game updates that completely changed how the game is working. How is the sniper holding up in 2024? Well, sniper has been kind of abandoned over the years. All the updates that happened were prioritizing fast-firing weapons, so that kind of made sniper a bit obsolete. The most recent update changed how sniper works, though. It increased its damage from 40 to 100, which is an astonishing number. However, it also reduced its fire rate by a lot. If I recall correctly, sniper currently has the lowest fire rate in the game, which is a big problem. You are going to struggle with on-hit proc mods, on-shot proc mods and elementals, which are the main builds you can go with in the game today. Does that mean that the weapon is completely dead today? Well, I would say that it's definitely one of the hardest weapons to win with today. But it is definitely still possible, and there's still one build that is a bit hard to get, but if you get it, sniper suddenly becomes one of the best weapons in the game. So what build am I talking about? It's the formation mods. Ever since the game released, sniper heavily relied on the formation mods, and it still does today. On this weapon and on the rocket launcher, formation mods are extremely strong. Why is it? Because something like triple shot, for example, on sniper and on the rocket launcher starts with 70% chance. Yes, at level 1, triple shot starts with 70% chance to triple your output. At level 1 of this epic item, you have 70% chance to triple the amount of projectiles you shoot. And yes, they are all copies of the main projectile, so they retain all the same properties. They have the exact same damage, they have the exact same chance to apply elements and on-hit proc mods, so if you get them, you can kind of make the build work if you have a formation mod. But triple shot is not the only one. Arcshot is also an amazing one. It spawns 7 projectiles with 50% chance at level 1, though its problem is that it has a wide spread, so if you are attacking a single target it's going to be kind of useless, but Arcshot is excellent for area coverage, which sniper lacks a lot. X-Shot and Square Shot are also recommended. They spawn 5 and 9 projectiles respectively, and they have way smaller spreads than Arcshot. But they are legendaries, so they are much harder to find and scale later on, and they start only with 30%, so they are kind of, you know, mediocre, let's say. At least when compared to triple shot. Triple shot is probably the best one you can get on the sniper, but you should also take Arcshot to have the area coverage, especially that since Variety Update Part 1, they can stack, they can proc both at the same time. And besides the formation mods, there's also split shot. It can split the formation mods. So let's assume you have Arcshot at 100%, which would be level 3. And you also have split shot at 100%, which would also be level 3. Arcshot itself would shoot only 7 projectiles, but with split shot all those 7 projectiles will split. So with every shot you are actually shooting out 28 projectiles, every single which can proc mods, elementals, has the same damage. So you can easily see how with only those 2 mods you can increase your DPS by 28 times? That's kind of broken. And by the way, these 2 in particular have 98% chance at level 2, so like getting them to level 3, it doesn't even really matter. You can get Arcshot, Triple Shot, X-Shot and Square Shot on top of each other and then get Split Shot, and you can get like, I don't know, 100 projectiles per shot. Another very good mod for sniper is damage shot, because it increases your weapon damage by 150%, and since the weapon damage is 100, that is a huge increase. But playing with this weapon, you will notice that even if you have 28 projectiles per shot, you will really struggle with the fire rate, especially if there is a lot of enemies. So it is very recommended to get a lot of fire rate upgrades to get it to higher speeds, because it's really a slow weapon. Unfortunately, the formation mod build is probably the only build you can go with, alongside like some damage. Well, other builds exist, but they are much harder. Like the only easy build to get is the arc shot, triple shot, and others to get on the sniper. I recommend you get arc shot or triple shot from the key totem if you do not want to try and find them in the run. I think all of the runs that I had, both in Namo Nightmare, right, with all modifiers, and in Ultra Chaos, if I had Rocket or Sniper, for that matter, with triple shot and arc shot starting from the key totem, I don't think I lost once, ever, in any version of the game. So this build is one of the strongest builds in the game, but yeah, its issue is that it is hard to actually get the build, because those items are in the luck chest and they are epics, so yeah, they are rather rare, you could say. Some other important information. If you already have split shot or a formation mod, or a formation mod and split shot at the same time, you can try getting gold dice. It will double the chance, so if you have those items at level 1, you basically do not have to upgrade them. Firepower will obviously also work very well, but well, firepower works well on any weapon, realistically. Sniper has innate pierce, so glue shot is not going to work on it. It will apply the damage, but it will not stick. I'm saying this in case you wanted to try out a glue and aura shot build that is not possible on the sniper. Time shot is definitely very good on the sniper. If you have regenerating enemies, time shot is very good, because it just stops the regeneration until it runs out. And it's obviously plus 100% damage, so it's very strong, because on the sniper it's going to be 100 damage more, right? Basically, you want to go for percentage upgrades in the damage mods, like for example zigzag shot, it is going to be probably pretty good. I said before, time shot and glue shot. And what you want to avoid on sniper is sharp shot, definitely, because sniper deals 100 damage, sharp shot adds 4 damage, so your sniper will no longer do 100 damage but 104 damage. You can see it's definitely not good. Splash damage is also pretty bad on this weapon, one of the only weapons where it's actually bad. From the fire rate upgrades, rapid fire is 10% more fire rate, light shot is 15% more fire rate but minus 15% weapon damage, so that could be reconsidered in some cases. Juiced is plus 15% and also plus 15% damage and reload speed, so it is really good. Supercharged is plus 25% fire rate, so those are very recommended, but Juiced and Supercharged are epics, so they might be a bit harder to find. And obviously, as with every weapon, the perks are largely the same, because you always want something like regenerating armor, perk damage from power armor, damage combo, stuff like that. The only perks I would recommend not to get on the sniper are the crits, because if you get something like a crit, some crit chance and critical arrows, let's say for example, then the fact that crit is the same on all weapons and the chance for crit arrows is also the same on all weapons, it makes it so the lower the fire rate, the lower is the actual output of the crit arrows, and same goes for crit blast and crit lightning. So unless you have time shot, which can crit every time it procs, like every time it ticks, then I would recommend not to get crit on this weapon. Unless you just want the damage increase, but it's not really significant, let's say, so maybe that's not a good idea. Basically, just avoid the crit chests. Well, that's going to be about it. I hope the video helped you in understanding how to build the sniper. I will be posting more of those guides for every weapon eventually. And yeah, that's really about it. I will see you in the future videos. See ya.